All right, today we are going to create a fun watercolor card using our Sakura watercolors and a die that we're going to use to trace our design. So I'm going to start off by taking my die. This is the Nested Christmas Trees from scrapbook.com, and I'm just going to trace around the outside of the die. Make sure I keep it lined up. We're going to do these at a diagonal. Probably should have taped this down first. Stick one right here. I feel like it needs one like right in there. Make sure when you're tracing your outline, you take your time, hold it down steady. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to take this to my hardboard. I will end up cutting this panel down. We're using Canson XL watercolor paper. All right, there we go. I'm going to use a number 6 round Princeton Heritage brush. And all I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to wet the cardstock. Because watercolor will only move where there is water. All right. I'm going to start just dropping in some color. If you don't have enough water on your paper, like I don't right there, because we want this to move, we're going to add a little bit more. So we get that paint flowing and moving around. If you add a little too much, you can always take a dry brush or a thirsty brush and kind of pick some of that water up. We're going to take and drop in a little lighter color. A little brighter, I should say. And drop in a little lemon yellow. Go to our next tree. We're going to repeat this process, adding different shades of green. Let's start with the yellow this time. This is like a turquoisey green. These to mix. Just like so. Pick up some of this water right here. The lights in the studio does make the water dry faster. Drop in a little blue. You can do this with any watercolor set you have. You don't have to run out and buy this one. You can use whatever. Just gonna straighten that line out right there. Take your time and just have fun. You can do this to tags. You don't have to just do a card. You could do Christmas tags like this. Drop in some blue over there. A little bit more water. Just dropping in a different green. Smush. A blue turquoise color. You see my paper already started to dry right there. And our dark green over here. Different shade of yellow. Clean that up. I just got clean water on my brush and I'm dabbing it off with a paper towel. We're going to take just a damp brush and pick up some of that color. And just wick it up into the brush. Just a little bit more of that green. All right. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to clean up this edge right there. All right, we're going to dry this with our heat tool. We're going to peel off our tape and we'll trim this down. When you're peeling off your tape, you want to pull at the corner and kind of go away, almost like you're coming off of yourself. All right, there's our card panel. We're gonna trim this down. All right, I've trimmed it down to 4 by 5 1/4. Now we're going to take an eraser, since this is nice and dry, and we're going to go over our lines so that we can get rid of our pencil marks that are not trapped under the paint. All right, I'm going to take a pen. You could use gold for this. You could use white. You could use silver. I'm going to use my black pen that's permanent. And I'm just going to outline my trees. Go real slow. That'll just help clean up any of those edges. Turn your paper so it's easier for you. And sadly, they do not make this pen anymore. It's a Pilot lettering pen, not lettering, addressing pen. that. All right, now we got to do our sentiment. You can either stamp that, you could write it if you wanted to. I think we're just going to stamp it. And I'm just going to stamp "'Tis the Season." Actually, I think we might gold heat emboss that. And this is the Merry Foliage bundle from Hero Arts. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to heat emboss. So let me get my anti-static powder tool. Pull in our Misty. We're going to use our embossing ink. That. Let's get our embossing powder. This is polished gold embossing powder from WOW. I was about to mark that off and it's supposed to be there. All right, let's funnel this back in. Add our little splatter. I'm going to take some of the gilded shimmer splash from Brutus Monroe. We're going to splatter some of this on there. It's like my new favorite thing. We're gonna dry that. All right, now we've got our card base, which is just a standard A2 top folding card, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. This is Desert Storm. We're gonna add that to the front, and then our card will be done. So we are gonna pop this up with some foam tape. Backing off. All right, my friends, there's our card. Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Stay crafty.